Hello, everybody. Welcome back to KDP A to Z. Now, about a year ago, I made some dot to dot colouring books, and to be completely honest, they did not do terribly well. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some A plus content to them, and because I made a few of them, I'm going to also make a comparison chart. I'm just going to show you what I mean. So, I've done it for the dinosaur colouring book here. So, if we just view this on Amazon. And you can see here, I have made this A plus content. So it says from the publisher, it's got nice pictures of what's inside the book. And then here I've got the comparison chart. So this is going to be a link to my other books that I have. And then it's got some little metrics there about whether it's easy to read. So if we click on this link, that then takes you to this dot to dot book. So you can see on this one, I haven't put the A plus content in yet. So I'm just going to show you exactly how we're going to do that. So the first thing I did was I went onto Creative Fabrica and I looked for a book mockup. Now, if you don't have Creative Fabrica, it is well worth the money, I would say. And I'm going to share a link in the description for Creative Fabrica. If you use that, you'll get a discount. Now you can see here, there's lots of different book mockups, but if you don't have a design program, some of these aren't going to be for you. So Digital Express do some good ones, and Rummy Designs also do some good ones, but you do need to have Photoshop for these. Now I wanted to use a free design program, so I'm searching for Kids Mockup Book Canva. And what I found was this person's profile. So Natalia Goya. These mock-ups are fantastic, and this is exactly what I've used. So I'm just showing you exactly what I've done, and you can do exactly the same. My dot to dot books are 8.5 by 11 inches. So this was the one I went for, and you just go on to download it, and it does say commercial and full pod usage allowed. So when you download it, it takes you to this link, and you just have to click on that, and then you press use template. So here we've got loads of templates that you can use for your different books, and all you have to do, it's very basic and easy, is you just drag your pictures into these pages. Wanted a kids design one, so I'm going to go with this one. So I've got a few pages here from my dot to dot colouring book, and I'm just going to basically just put them into the picture. So look how easy this is. Just dragging it across. It's a little bit like magic. There we are. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share that design. So I'm going to download that. And I don't want to download all 45 pages. I just want page 6. So that'll be too much otherwise. So I'm just going to download that. So that's all done. Now I want to have a front cover design. So as I look through these, there's a few different ones with a front cover, and then with the content next to it. Now that's not the design that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one of these and I'm going to copy it. So I just press Control C on my computer, and that will have copied that. And I'm going to go back up to the top. So I want the same one, and I'm just going to delete this. And now I'm going to place that copied front cover bit onto this page. So just press Control V, and there it is. Now you notice that looks a little bit awkward because it's sitting on top of these pens, so it doesn't make it look realistic. So you right click on your mouse, you go onto layer, and you press send backwards. There we are. Now again, the proportion wise, it doesn't look quite right against those pencils, so I'm just going to make that slightly bigger. And now I'm just going to put the front cover onto this. There we go. Again, very quick and easy to do. Just share that. So we download it. Again, download page 6, and you download it. Now, if you don't have Creative Fabrica or you don't want to pay for anything, what you can do is I have shown you a video in the past, and I will leave the link in the description. It's this one here, about how to get free images. And on sites such as Pixabay, you can find images of books which you might be able to use as a book mock-up. Just bear in mind that's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to do. But for example, if you wanted one with a front cover, you could go with this design here, for example, and just plop your front cover on that. The next thing you want to do is you want to go onto the marketing section of KDP and you want to scroll down to A plus content and you choose your marketplace. Now you do have to do the A plus content in each different marketplace that you want it to appear. So let's just start off with the UK one and go on to manage A plus content. So I'm just going to put in here a title for it. So it'll be dot space. And I'm going to start creating A plus content. I'm going to give it a name. And then here it asks you to add a module. So for the comparison charts, which is this section down here, you'd want to go with this particular module. So I'm going to add that one. And I'm just going to add another basic module. So you can choose which one you want. So you can go with a logo. You could put all of these in if you wanted to, but I'm just going to go with a standard image header with text. Now for this particular image, it wants it to be a 970 by 600 pixel design. So that's 970 across and 600 high. Okay. And for these images, it needs to be 150 pixels across and 300 high. That's what those figures mean there. Now, looking back at the designs that I've just made on Canva, this design was supposed to be the perfectly sized image, but unfortunately they are a little bit big. So you can adjust that quite easily. So if, for example, I clicked on this and I selected the image and I go to that mock-up, it's just saying that the file exceeds the 3 megabyte limit. So that's a bit annoying. What's happened is this pixel size is actually a little bit too large. But that's easy enough to rectify. What we want to do is we want to go on Canva homepage, create a design, custom size, and we're just going to make it the exact right size. So 970 by 600 pixels. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add those two downloads that I've just made to my uploads on the left-hand side here. So now I'm going to add this to this page, this 970 by 600 pixel page. Download it. And remember, this is all using the free version of Canva. I don't have Canva Pro. So now when I go back onto this and add my new image, there we go. That's not too big now. Now you can type in some keywords for every image that you add, which will increase your rankings and your findability as well. But no one's going to see these keywords, but it will add some weight to your searches there. So we're going to add that. And then we're going to add a headline. Now people will see this. And then you can obviously add in as much text as you want to. The next thing I'm going to do is to make this comparison chart. So the pixel size that I want for this is 150 by 300. Now to get the best resolution, I'm going to increase that size, and I have tested this size 450 by 900 and it works beautifully. So I'm going to make a design of that size. By going with the bigger pixel size, you get a better and crisper image. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the front covers of my other books. Now, annoyingly, this size image is not quite right for my book size. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the background slightly. So you click onto the background, you go onto this color section here, and you can add colors that are similar to your page. You can go with whatever you want, but I'm just going to go with an actual color from the page and make it blend in as much as possible. And I'm going to make one for the dinosaur page as well. So now I've created images that I can use in my comparison chart on my A+ content. So let's go back here. Let's add this. And again, you can add your own keywords again. So the next thing this comparison chart is asking for is the title of the book and the ASIN number. To find the ASIN number, you just need to go into your bookshelf and it will be right next to your book. So it's just here. So I'm going to just copy that. I'm going to pop that in there. So once you've filled in those details of your ASIN number and your title, it's asking here for comparison metrics. Now, I wasn't quite sure what that meant, but it could be things like page count. You can type in the text for it, so it'd be 51 pages. You can basically put in whatever you want. So I'm just putting in something like fun and simple designs. I'm going to tick that. I'm going to put the age range. Basically, you can put in whichever features you feel will sell your book best. Now then, if I look at this on a preview page, what's going to happen? And this is what it would look like. Now, ideally, I want that comparison section at the bottom. And I'd like another picture here. So I'm going to go back to the editor. I'm going to add another module because I completely forgot to put the cover page on it. So there we go. I've just added another module. And to rearrange it, it's very simple. All you have to do is use these arrows at the top right-hand corner here. So I'm just going to move that right down, down again. So now the comparison section is at the bottom, and I want this one with the front cover. I want that at the top. So now when I go on to preview, this is what it'll look like. Now there's nowhere in that comparison one where you can put, you might also like these books. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add that at the bottom section of the text here. So in my text, I'm trying to sell the book by saying what it's got in it. So it's full of fun designs that you can colour in afterwards, and each page has a fun fact or a silly joke. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this section in bold. So you can't really change the font or anything else in here, or the size particularly, but you can make this bold. Let's go back to our preview page. And there we go. I'm very happy with that. So on the preview page, you can also switch to what they'll look like on a mobile view, so you can make sure that that looks good as well. The next thing that we have to do is apply the ASIN numbers. So again, all we need to do is go and copy what the ASIN number is for the book that you're wanting to add the A+ content to. Here we go. And you apply content. And it's saying your ASINs have been applied. When you've finished, click review and submit. So again, you're just going to have a little look at your preview, just make sure you're happy with it, and then you submit it for approval. Now this says it can take up to 7 business days for your content to be reviewed, and if approved, up to 24 hours. But just to give you some context, I submitted the dinosaur one a couple of hours ago and it's already on the page. So it shouldn't really take you that long. And then you just submit for approval. And that's it. I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget that A+ marketing is a completely free marketing tool that you can use. So it is always worth doing. It is a bit time consuming, but it's always worth doing. You don't even have to do it as a book mock-up page if you don't want to. Just make some nice displayed pictures, and this will help you make sales. As always, if you have liked the video, do give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.